Hi, in this video I'm going to replace the tail light on my Yamaha FZ07 with this TST integrated tail light. Stay tuned. The only reason why I thought about changing the tail light is the looks. The stock one looks nice, but the new one is better. This one is TST Industries integrated tail light. I got it from Amazon for $115. It also has a button in the back to select one of the 9 lighting programs. To install it, I'll use 8mm socket wrench, 4, 5, and 6mm Allen wrenches, Phillips and flat screwdriver. Start by removing the rear seat or cowl. Remove the 2 bolts holding the front seat with the 5mm Allen wrench. Remove these 2 screws with the Phillips screwdriver to remove the center plastic panel. Keep in mind that we want to loosen the side plastic panels, not to remove them. Remove these 2 bolts with the 8mm socket wrench. Now remove these 2 black screws with a Phillips screwdriver. Then remove the plastic piece above the tail light by pushing it to the back. Now remove these 2 bolts with a 6mm Allen wrench. And be careful not to drop or lose the aluminum spacers. At the bottom, remove these 2 plastic pins by pushing their centers. Don't forget to reset the pin by pushing the lock forward. Do the same on the other side of the bike. Now remove these 2 bolts holding the tail light using the 4mm Allen wrench, and be careful not to drop the black metallic spacers. Now on both sides, pull the panels towards you, pushing the tail light away with your fingers to separate the tail light from the panels. Then pull the tail light outwards just a little bit. Now release the plastic clip holding the tail light's cable using the flat screwdriver. Follow that cable to find its connector. Then release it with a flat screwdriver. Now pull the tail light out gently. Now take everything off the stock tail light: spacers, rubber cushions, and metal clips. I would like to note that I already have a relay that works with LED turn signals installed, so I won't cover it in this video. These cushions on the side are not symmetrical. Note that the smaller side always faces towards the inside of the tail light. Now it's time to work on the new one. Put all the rubber cushions, metal clips and spacers on the new tail light. Take your time and make sure that all of them are seated correctly. Now find the two connectors for the turn signals and disconnect them using the flat screwdriver. Remove them as you'll remove the turn signals later. Each panel has this pin that needs to be aligned with this hole on the tail light. You don't have access to this part every day, so go ahead and clean it. Now insert the tail light cable first and keep the cable routing in mind, especially through the plastic clip I mentioned earlier. Put the tail light in place, and when the pins align with the holes on the tail light, press them together. Lock the plastic pin that holds the cable. Continue routing the cable. Then connect the brake light cable with its connector. Switch on the ignition key and turn on one turn signal, then connect the turn signal cables. This will make it easier to figure which is which. You will know when connected correctly. Now install the two bolts holding the tail light and tighten them with the 4mm Allen wrench. Install the aluminum spacers and install the 6mm Allen bolts. Install the plastic cap on the tail light and install the two black screws. Then install these 8mm bolts. Now install the center plastic panel and secure it with its two screws. Install the plastic pins at the bottom on both sides of the bike. And do what you have to do to remove the old turn signals. Now check if everything is okay. Then use the button on the tail light to change the program as you like. Now install the front seat and tighten its two bolts using the 5mm Allen wrench. Then install the back seat or cowl. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and ride safe.